Let me tell you one of the greatest experiences I've had with the Galaxy S7 tablet FE. We were in bed. This thing can perform in bed, I shit you not. Last night I watched a 2-hour-long film in bed with this tablet and it was a pleasure. This screen, these speakers, it was just holding it up and then going on your side and then the other side. It really adapts to what position you want to take. It's super light, super thin, and that isn't to say the build quality isn't good. It's amazing. It feels solid, but it's just light and it's just so easy. That's what I love about it. Now, I just took this off of this thing. This is the keyboard cover that Samsung released for this tablet specifically. And the keyboard is cool. I really have found myself using this with the keyboard case a lot. I only wish it came with a mouse pad. That's the biggest thing that's missing here. The trackpad itself, it's clicky enough. There's a little bit of flex to the case as well. But I mean, if they're trying to go for the slimmest fit possible, then there's gonna be a little bit of flex in the keyboard. But since it's flat on the ground, you really don't feel it when you're typing. And by the way, speakers on this. One of the coolest things about this tablet is Samsung DeX, and I didn't even realize this until like 2-3 weeks after I'd purchased it. Basically, right now we're in tablet mode, but by pressing function and DeX, the tablet is gonna go into a Samsung DeX mode, which is basically a very Windows-esque type experience. It looks really familiar like Windows 10, but it's in a tablet. What I usually did, pair this with a Bluetooth mouse, and boom, we have ourselves a mini dedicated computer. I now have the power to multitask a lot more by opening up multiple windows at the same time, positioning them the way I need to, and working and getting things done. So I have the multitasking capabilities in Samsung DeX mode, but I also have all the entertainment capabilities when I go back to tablet mode. And that changes everything. You're getting a whole Android experience. You're also getting this whole Samsung DeX computer capabilities. You're getting a beautiful screen that's 12.4 inches. So there's a lot of real estate here to work with in a very, very compact form factor, which is it's just lightweight, easy to carry around, and super thin. So where does it fall short? Well, let's start with the camera. I went out today to take a few pictures with this camera and it's just not good. In the daytime, you know, there's gonna be grain. If there's even a little bit of clouds, you're gonna get considerable amount of grain. And indoor shots are just extremely noisy. Like there's just too much noise. The point is that the camera isn't good, but I have $1,000 phone here. This has a better camera than this. Why would I ever, unless there's a UFO flying around that, you know, I gotta take out my laptop to try to catch with, I'm never gonna be using this camera. I'm gonna be using this camera whenever I need to take pictures. So although the camera isn't so good, it's a $500 device, and it's great to have, but I don't really need it. Camera on the inside, which is located right up here in the bezel, it's fine. You can do Zoom calls quite easily. You know, you can get through all the Zoom calls. What am I doing? There's a mic on top as well, so it has a built-in mic. It's got the camera. You know, it'll take care of all of those things, so don't worry about that stuff. Now let's talk about gaming on this thing, okay? This isn't a gaming machine. I know, I understand, fam. Take it easy. But it's always good to test the limits. When I played games like Genshin Impact, by default, it's gonna look disgusting. So by default, on the recommended settings, it looks very bad, very graphic-y, very pixelated, and not very smooth. But you can actually go in, manually increase that to maximum, and it starts looking a lot better. Coupled with great speakers, you're getting a pretty good experience, and you really can play almost any game on this from the App Store. Now, I haven't tested games where you need to actually download it from the internet, or like Steam, but games from the Play Store, all of them run very easily, very nicely on this tablet, and you'll have no problems playing those as well. But for my daily use, I'm usually in the tablet mode when I want to consume entertainment, listen to music, check emails, things like that. And when I want to get more productive, of course, I'll just go into this Samsung DeX mode. I'm going back to tablet mode. You get a whole bunch of multitasking capability by opening up Samsung DeX. But if you're just using it casually, you can always use it in this tablet mode, and it's just a lot more user-friendly in a way. The S Pen is awesome, okay, because this really is a much better note taker than the Surface Studio. I will say that. And one of the reasons is because of this angle that it generates. So this angle is a lot more natural for me. The Surface Studio laptop or Surface Laptop Studio is very raised up. We reviewed that on this channel, and that kind of made it a little bit more of a burden for my wrist. But this is so flat with the ground with this like little thing, which I usually just push all the way up. So it has this angle now where taking notes and writing like this is a lot easier, and it makes a little noise as well. So this angle is a lot more natural for me. And I really enjoy taking notes on this tablet. The S Pen, however, is problematic in its build quality. It's very light, it's very plasticky and hollow, and it has this matte texture to it, which I always want to, like I feel like scratching it. I always want to, and just kind of distracts me. I would prefer a whole aluminum or metal build with a lot more weight to it. This is kind of light, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure I can get an upgrade and get a more premium S Pen. But you know, this comes with the tablet, and it works. It works for all your purposes, whatever you might need it for. It's there. And I mean, I just love the storage. You know, there's no way this is gonna get lost or goes anywhere. It sits there, it perfectly integrates with this, I don't know, hinge thing, and just closes off. Pay attention, because this is very, very important if you're gonna think about buying this tablet. Do not get the wrong variant. First of all, do not get the 5G variant. That comes with some Qualcomm processor, and that's slow. If you go for the Wi-Fi version, which is this one, you're getting the Snapdragon, and that's going to be a lot faster. So, and I mean a lot faster. And the second thing, do not go for the 4GB RAM version. At least 6GB RAM. And the reason I say that is because you're going to see a lot of negative reviews about this online. It just is what it is. And a lot of these people are buying the wrong version. They're buying the 4GB RAM, and they're buying the 5G, you know, and that's not enough. With Samsung DeX, with Google OS, that alone is going to take up more than half of that RAM if you're getting 4GB RAM. It's going to take up 2.5, for example, and approximately 2.5 RAM, and you're left with 1.5GB of RAM. What are you going to do with that? Open a Chrome tablet? Like, take it easy. You need at least 6GB of RAM to be able to do, you know, proper amount of work, get stuff done, and make sure you're getting the Wi-Fi version so that you make sure you get the Snapdragon processor, not the Qualcomm garbage. All right, so what about battery life here? Battery life's pretty good. You're getting a solid day of use out of it, no problems at all. Again, for the use that I've listed, entertainment, and when I'm outside taking notes, working on emails, writing scripts, whatever it might be, I'm able to get a solid day of use, and at the end of the day still have 10-15% left, 20% left that I can then take to bed, you know what I'm saying? So enough battery life, more than enough for most people. But if you are going to use this as like a more dedicated device, you might want to take around the charger. But again, it's not a laptop charger. It's just a simple USB-C port. So I mean, it's no big deal. And by the way, if you enjoy this kind of content and you're finding value here, please do like this video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Really helps a small channel like mine grow. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so arigato. Anyways, that is the review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 FE. I hope Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 FE. Yeah, I think I said that right. It's a solid tablet. It's a very solid tablet, dare I say. It looks really good. It's a solid build. It doesn't have all of those ports that, you know, you might want to see, like USB-C and things like that. But hey, you know, it's under $500. Would I buy this over an iPad? I have an iPad right here. Would I buy this over an iPad any day of the year? Any day of the year, you wake me up, you put a gun to my head and say, pick one, I'm picking this one, I swear. You will not see me out in public using an iPad, I promise. No, I can't do that. But maybe, but this will always be my choice. And honestly, now this is a use case kind of thing, but I prefer this over the Samsung Studio laptop or the Samsung Laptop Studio. I keep messing that up. But that's just because that is a much more like proper machine for a person who's using it in that hardcore mode, not this. And I feel like for my needs, this fits me much more than that. Again, I have a desktop which I use for all my heavy hardcore stuff. This is what I need to take around, and it's even better than all of this, like, you know, the Mac, the Surface Books, like all of these are cool, they're heavy, but I personally, in my backpack, it's this that's being taken around, not these bigger laptops and not the iPad. Even though it's smaller, I just prefer this experience. I prefer having the capability of using Samsung DeX to do much wide scale multitasking if needed, and always being able to go back to this user-friendly tablet mode by a click of a button. So I just love this device. I can't believe I haven't found out about it until now. Like, I literally was just walking around the store and I saw this and I was like, let me take a look, let me see what it's all about. I brought it home, I used it for 2 weeks, and I loved this tablet mode. And then I found out about Samsung DeX, turned that on, and it just opened up a whole new world of possibilities under $500. It's a steal. Call me a robber. But I really do enjoy this tablet. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this review. If you found, I already said that, I'm not gonna, you know what to do, fam. You know what to do. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.